there guys, gals, and non-binary pals, GM Potter here, and today we are going over The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, The Japanese Art of Decluttering and Organizing by Marie Kondo. Now, I've read this book multiple times. Most recently, I rebought it because I wanted a physical copy. I've listened to it on audiobook, and I've also read it as an ebook a couple of times. Let's get into it. So, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, or The Japanese Art of Decluttering and Organizing by Marie Kondo, founder of the KonMari Method, which is an amalgamation of her two names, came out in 2010. It has a 3.87 on Goodreads out of 5. The negative reviews are all incredibly snarky, and it feels to me like they didn't understand the cultural place that Marie Kondo is coming from. She comes from obviously the Japanese culture, where you thank things and you practice gratitude, and there's a degree of personification in the everyday and in the ordinary. And they're like, oh, I should thank my handbag, ha ha ha. Well, you should be grateful that you have a handbag. Yes. You don't have to say, thank you, handbag, you did good today. But to take a moment and to be grateful that you have a handbag that is serviceable, that works, that sparks joy, that makes you happy to carry it, that's important. And you can say, oh, that's silly all you like, but finding gratitude and finding joy in the mundane is, to me, something that makes life worth living. So, to get through really quick. By the time you get to, letters from your grandma and your prom pictures and things like that are a lot harder to get through, you've built up all this momentum. You're in the zone, you are ready to go. So I thought that was really smart. This book is about organization, duh, but it's more about the hope that decluttering your life brings you. Do the things that you have, does coming home make you feel good? You should come home and it should feel like a hug. It should feel like you're coming to a place where you are safe and warm and loved. And if it doesn't, maybe you shouldn't. I know not everybody has the luxury and the privilege of being able to move out, but in this way of decluttering and tidying, for me at least, it kind of presents that you can work towards building a life that you love and work towards something here. So maybe I'm reading too much into it, but that's just how I felt each time I read it. And like I said, I've read it several times. Yeah, have y'all read it? Oh, and the number one word of wisdom, you will never use spare buttons. I have a button drawer in my sewing. That is the only thing I found in this entire book that was false, because I do use spare buttons. I sew them onto new garments all the time. If I lose a button, I just go in my button bin, and I either find the button that was supposed to be replaced with, or a button that I made, or a button that I bought that's cute. I have this pair of shorts that are army green shorts, and they have a glow in the dark blue button. It's bright cerulean blue with silver glitter, and it glows in the dark, and it sparks joy. It made me happy to make it. It made me happy to put it on the shorts. It makes me happy every time I wear the shorts. So, that is the only thing she got wrong, is that you will never use spare buttons. If you sew, spare buttons are a way of life. So, have you read this one? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Okay, hey there, editing GM Potter here. Well, not actually editing, I'm filming another video today, but I felt like I had to add this on to the video you just watched. So the internet has decided to come for Marie Kondo. This came out minutes after I finished editing the video, because she says that she's given up on tidying because she has 3 kids, which, I mean, good for her. If that's where her life is leading her, that's where her life is leading her, and that's fine. When I was a kid, my whole life was Star Wars for a time. And then I grew up, and I changed, and now Star Wars is still cool. I can still quote the original 3 movies from the beginning to the end. From the we had the gold box. So in 1977, producer director George Lucas created the Star Wars trilogy. Like, I can start there and go to the end of the movie. And people change, and not enough people understand that people change. I think that people are like, oh, people don't change, people stay the same. Well, think back to how you were when you were 20, when you were 7, when you were whatever. So the life-changing magic of tidying up, which I said in my review of it, came out quite a while ago. It came out in 2010. That is 13 years ago now. Think about where you were in 2010. I wasn't even married yet. Like, I was engaged, but I wasn't married yet. I was essentially still a kid. I was still going to classes and trying to be an accountant, and now I'm I'm me. Like, so, like, think about where you were 13 years ago and try to give her just a little bit of grace, because people change, and she's had 3 kids. Yeah, she said that she still likes tidying, but she doesn't focus on it. And she's focusing on raising strong children who will become powerful adults, and making memories with her kids and her family. And honestly, the fact that she's able to prioritize, I think that that's wonderful and should be celebrated, not derided that she's given up on tidying. Okay, she's got 3 kids. And yes, she was telling people with kids how to tidy, but the people I know with kids who followed that advice, it works, because she's not telling you to get rid of the things. She's like, go with your kids and find what sparks joy and keep what sparks joy. Keep the things they actually use, and don't worry if it's pretty or not. Just doesn't make them happy. So, yeah. I mean, people change, especially over the course of 13 years. And I think we should just give her a little bit of grace and a little bit of love, that she's not so inflexible that she's, no, this is the way it is, and I'm going to make my children tidy, and I'm going to throw away all of their. Which wasn't the point of it anyway, but so many groups on Facebook and on Twitter have been trying to cancel her, and it's frustrating, because I love Marie Kondo. I think she's a wonderful person. I love her advice. I myself am child free, but people who have children who followed her advice, it works. And, like, you don't make it your life. Like, things change, priorities shift. So, I just wanted to throw that out there.